Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Texarkana to El Paso, the Panhandle to San Angelo, the Permian Basin to East Texas, Waco, Wichita Falls to Lubbock, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Joining me now, pound for pound, the best high school wrestler on the planet, the one and only Jubilee Rendon of El Paso, Franklin. She's our Class 6A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. So great to see you, Jubilee. Congratulations. I know you already have a lot of trophies and medals. Here's another one. What did you think about this honor when you heard that you won?
It was really exciting to hear because my coach sent it to me, and I was just super surprised because I know there's a lot of girls in the 6A class. So I just thought that it was amazing that I was the one that got picked for it.
I don't even know where to start with you. You have so many achievements, and you're only a sophomore. I mean, you're 35-0 this season, 83-3 all time, ranked number 1 in Texas, number 12 in the country. We know you're going to be number 1 there at some point. You're a defending state champion, only a sophomore. What is it like walking into a meet for you? Because people look at you as the it girl. They're like, okay, there she is. Keep an eye on her. What's it like for you?
I just try not to be overconfident because I know like anybody can be trying to work to come and beat me. So I just try and take it as like any other tournament, like anything can happen. But I just try and have also some confidence in myself that I will end up winning in the end.
And I kind of get the sense that, there's a lot of fear there for your opponents. Do you feel like you have kind of a psychological advantage before you even start?
I think so. With some girls, yes, but there's also other girls that like they want to just try and do their best. And I love that because it also makes me better at the same time.
So you're barely 100 pounds. How did you get into wrestling to start with?
So at first I started with jujitsu that my dad put me in there because he wanted me to be able to defend myself. And then after that I got put into wrestling because it was like pretty similar. And then after that I just fell in love with it and I just kept doing it. And yeah.
I've seen the pictures of all the medals you have in jiu-jitsu, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, you win more medals in one day than most people win in a lifetime. What's that whole experience been like for you, and how have you been able to dominate so much?
It's had its ups and downs, but I mean, it's a great feeling to have your hand raised and then to get that medal because it's kind of like a solid proof of all your hard work. And I mean, honestly, every day you just have to put in the work because if you don't, someone's gonna try and catch up to you. So,
At what point did you realize that you might have something in this related sport when you think about some of the competitions that you were able to win, the Pan Kids in both California and Florida? What did that do for your confidence? And when did you say to yourself, man, I might have something here?
when I first started, I usually went against boys, and I was able to hold myself against them. And after that, I started to realize that maybe if I could hold myself against boys, that I could probably do pretty good in like the girls division. And that just like kind of gave me like a boost because I was like, oh yeah, like I can do it.
You have so many medals, so many trophies. Do you have like an extension on your house, where you put the spotlight on and have them spinning around in boxes and stuff? I mean, what do you do with all of them? And how do you
Um,
keep track of them all?
Honestly, we just have them hung up in the garage and we really just put them anywhere there's space on the wall because there is quite a few, but yeah. And the most important ones or the ones that mean the most to me, I just keep them in my room.
I understand you collect shirts from all your competitions. If this continues, you're going to run out of room.
Yeah, I probably will.
Well, your mom always says that, she wanted you to be a ballerina and wear a dress. Whatever happened to that?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know at what point it changed from me wanting to be a ballerina to wanting to be a wrestler. I really don't know what happened there, but I mean, I guess there's some part of me deep down that still wants to be a ballerina, but we're kind of past that now.
Well, your mom says she's actually scared of you around the house, that she's afraid that you might body slam her.
No,
Are you careful with her?
no, I would never do that. If anything, I'm more scared of her. Like she's just She's I'm
What
just no, I would never.
what about dad now? I understand that you've had some great matches with him, and
Oh,
he's probably twice the size, twice the weight of you. At what point did you start beating him with the wrestling?
honestly, I don't know. I guess I just as the time progressed and I spent more time wrestling and I like knew my moves and I started like practicing with people who weighed more than me, I was like, "Oh, maybe I can like give my dad a tough time." But I'm sure he goes easy on me because, yeah.
Is it fun to make him, call for mercy?
Kind of. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, tell me about your parents and how much they've meant to you. I mean, they have been bringing you to all these meets all over the world, from Cancun to Allen, Texas. How much
Yeah.
have they meant to you?
Oh, they mean so much to me. I mean, they both have given up so much so that I can wrestle. They've done so much. Like they take me to all these extra practices. They've paid for all these equipments, these camps. Like I honestly couldn't have done it without either one of them. They just both like they've helped me. They've helped motivate me so much, and I hope by doing this I can like pay back at least a little bit of what they've given me. So
Looking at your record, I mean, you're undefeated. You look like you're well on your way to yet another state championship. You won your state title your freshman year. You could be that rare athlete that goes 4 for 4. That's kind of Allen High School kind of stuff out of El Paso. Is that a goal of yours to try to pull that off?
yeah, it most definitely is. Every day in practice, that's all I think is that I need to get those three titles.
It's
Or
remarkable. I mean, to be able to maintain that high level of consistency, how are you able to pull that off?
my coach always makes sure that I keep up the hard work and that I don't slack off just even a little bit. Like she always makes sure to push me, and so do my teammates, because my teammates understand just how much it means to me. So every day in practice, they're just always on me to keep going, like keep going an extra mile. So.
Tell me about some of the star teammates that you enjoy going to battle with. I know you're so close with those girls. You have so much fun. Who are some of the stars on your team?
I would want to say Metzli Perez. She's one of the middleweights, and I don't always get to practice with her, but she's our main wrestling captain. Like she's the varsity captain, and she just always leads the team. She always knows what to say, like how to get the team going, how to motivate us. And then there's Cindy, and I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce her last name, but Cindy. And she's my practice partner, and she just, no matter how tired I'm feeling, like she always makes sure to keep pushing me. And also Mia, she's another one of my main practice partners, and her too. Like she just moves so fast that like I have to like work double time just to keep up with her. So
Well, and you guys are the littles, right? You're
yeah,
the 100 pounders, the three of you. Are you
yeah.
guys kind of like a cult out there? Is there a cult following of you guys?
There kind of is, yeah. That's how we're known as around the team, the littles.
You're 4'11 and 100 pounds, and nobody can beat you. Where does all that power come from?
I try to exercise a lot, lift weights that are like way heavier than me, just so I can like have that advantage over my opponents, because some of them may be like way taller than me, and I just need to like get that advantage over them.
Well, your coach, Paige Edwinson, nominated you for this honor. She speaks so fondly of you. She says you are an absolute true team player, hardworking, humble, and what every coach wishes they had in an athlete. What has she meant to you, and how has she taken your wrestling game to the next level?
When I first got to Franklin, she just always made sure because she saw the potential in me. She saw it from the start, and always from the beginning, she's always made sure that I would be the best. And even after I had my losses, she never lost faith in me that I could end up winning state. And in every aspect, she's just helped me, like in my wrestling and like school and everything. Like she's just one of the best coaches I've ever had. And honestly, I don't think I would have been able to win state without her.
She talks about how you're such a sweet girl and you're so much fun outside of the circle. But once you get on that mat and get in the ring, you turn into an absolute monster. You have this serious look on your face. What is going on? How do you flick that switch?
As soon as I step on the mat, I just kind of think of it as like, I don't know, like a game mode. And I just kind of let my body take over because it just knows what to do. And I don't really think about it. I just kind of do it, if that makes sense. And so I just like let it take control and then yeah.
I hear your teammates they marvel in the fact that you can eat Uncrustables all day long, like 12 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches right before a meet, which was probably about 60% of your body weight. How do you pull that off and be able to perform after eating so much?
I really like those Uncrustables. I mean, they taste so good and it's like 8 in the morning. I haven't really had anything to eat and those Uncrustables are just like the best thing ever.
Well, you finished second in a national competition in Iowa, and you took out a lot of defending state champions along the way. What did that experience do for you, just confidence wise, knowing that you can compete on such a high stage?
It definitely did help like me have more confidence in myself because I knew that if I could compete with some of the best at the national level, then I could do even better at the state level. And I also knew that I've probably improved a lot since last year, and that in the coming years, I'll probably even improve more.
I could really see you in the Olympics. Is that another one of those goals that's kind of out there for you to achieve?
Yeah, it most definitely is. I would love to be in the Olympics.
I know you just work so hard and you're trying to improve yourself. What are the things that you really want to improve on? Because, I feel like every time you go out there, you're pretty much going to win. It's just kind of an inner battle with yourself to get there.
I think honestly, I just need to practice, like practice every scenario that could happen. Just practice, because that's really all I can do now.
It's really fun to watch. Do you see yourself? You had a chance to see Iowa. What a college powerhouse they are. Have you started to think a little bit? I know you're only a sophomore. You're 2 years away, but have you thought about where you'd like to go college wise and wrestle?
College-wise, I would like to go to the University of Iowa because their women's wrestling team is probably one of the best in the nation. So if I had the opportunity to wrestle there, I probably would.
So, who are your favorite fake wrestlers? Because I'm sure you check them out, and maybe you can use some of those moves.
Like the WWE ones? I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever actually watched any of those.
No, I
No,
figured you would like The Rock, or somebody.
no, I don't think I've ever seen one of those matches. I
Wow.
probably have to start doing that.
It would probably mess up your game if you saw that stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I know that you're a big time celebrity walking around El Paso. People love what you're doing. Talk about that community. It's such a tight knit community and so supportive of everything that you do. How has it shaped you and your family?
Well, going to state and going to regionals, like everybody from the city that was there, they were just there supporting on one each other. And I knew that like no matter what, like I knew that the city would like kind of have my back in a way. And it's just so like nice to see like everyone supporting everyone, despite the fact that we're all like in the same tournament, like we still want to see each other succeed.
And I think about El Paso, you're at a class 6A school that, numbers wise, you're nowhere near the massive numbers of the big metroplexes like Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston. And yet you were able to win a state championship on the highest classification level in the state of Texas. How are you able to pull that off?
Really, it's just my teammates and my coaches and my parents, because they just like they all motivate me, and they knew that I had a shot to win the state title, and they knew it, so they just all made sure to like that I got there. Like my parents took me to the practices, my coach pushed me in practice, and my teammates they just helped me work anything I needed help with.
Do you ever find people at your school want to challenge you and see if they can wrestle with you? I'm sure guys on the football team are like, all right, let's see what you got.
No, they don't. They
They're too scared.
maybe, yeah.
Well, not only are you a super athlete, you're super smart. You're already doing pre-cal as only a sophomore
Yeah.
and a great student. Why is the classroom so important to you?
Um, it's just kind of a matter of being like a well-rounded athlete, like, doing well in your athletic sport and then just doing well academically. And so it's just better for me to just keep it all around. Also because it'll probably look better on like college, like applications that I'm doing well in everything.
Is it fun to just be you around town? Because I feel like, you're representing El Paso on your shoulders, and that's kind of how I see it in the Olympics one day.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. I think in the wrestling community I'm pretty well known, but outside of that, maybe not so much, but I want to get to the point where people do recognize me more. And yeah.
Jubilee, so fun to celebrate your achievements. It's going to be fun to watch you and see what your future holds for you. Continued success and congratulations on being the Class 6A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month.
Thank you.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners. And don't forget, you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.